Ladies and gentlemen, unaccustomed to public speaking as I am, it's really a great honour to deliver the best man speech, which I've titled, Kid, the Making of a Man. Kid, you need to be thankful that I asked Andrea to have a read-through and an edit of this speech earlier this week. There's a lot that was left on the editing room floor.
The Bangkok story, I'm hoping.
There's a lot that's left on the floor. There's a lot stuff. For those who want to boo Andrea, feel free. There'll be an editor's, a director's cut performance in the bar later.
Look forward to it.
Right. I plan to do this as a poem. Those of you who know me will realise I just simply haven't got round to doing that. And you should probably be thankful.
Is it going to be rhyming?
I just said there was no poem, didn't I? Let's crack on with our turns. Kid into the resplendent young man you see before you. And the question of how he managed to snare a woman as wonderful as Heather. Actually, I think whilst they're still in a good mood, it's a good time to say my personal thanks to Peter, Jane and Brian and Sandy for having us all here today. It's been a great day so far, and long may it continue. Let's not hold anything I say now against either myself or Kid.
No.
So, you can cast your mind's eye back to an autumn afternoon in the West Midlands. It was typically overcast with a nippy wind. This is no fairy tale. My business partner, Sam, and I were holding the Law Association football trials, along with team captain George, the fine figure of a man that you see there. As third-year students, we were the mature, wise role models that stepped forward to run this team for our final season. Sam and I did this for friends, power, and basically to get in the team, but also to sell our old law books. Sam, I believe, still follows this philosophy in the way he runs his Boca Senior team in Hemel Hempstead, and for those interested, still carries a 92 triathlon contract law and a 91 Magarian Wade in the boot of his car.
Got him in the car if anybody wants it.
Anyway, as we surveyed this sort of rather sorry-looking bunch of first years who are red-eyed from freshers, excesses, yet naively keen to impress, one youth stood out, showed strength, composure, tactical awareness. That man was Andy Green. He should have been here today because it's ruined my speech. Anyway, after a few hours of football, we opened up the boot of Sam's car, sold our classic editions of law books that had served us very well at some very reasonable prices. While Sam's motive was financial, my motive for getting involved with the team was a little more altruistic. I wanted to build a team in the model of the Manchester United of my youth. Of course, this was the 90s, and so that was the 80s Man United. The team of Whiteside, Robson, McGrath and Moran. Legendary drinkers and hard men. So we adjourned to the pub where the trial was to continue to test the social fit. A team that drinks together wins together, is my philosophy. One man there stood out. You guessed it, Andy Green again. He drank toe-to-toe with our own Paul McGrath for most of the evening. His flatmate was also there. Young Christopher, or Kid as he liked to be called. I remember a pleasant young chap who was keen as mustard on football and on cheap beer. I thought I'd look after him.
Oh, was that Andy Green?
No, that was you.
He's doing his best.
So, the process of developing Chris commenced. He learned to put his studies to one side. We freed him of his girlfriend at the time. Introduced him to books, to bookies, in quite some detail. Cocksock, which is the cocktail society before you get to which was, quite something special, a night out and an early night in one. I'd like to thank Neil for introducing us to that. It was tough training. We came close to breaking Kid on many occasions. I remember one night in particular where kids simply got up and ran out of the pub. And that was nothing to do with Neil's cocksock. He also got invited on the annual lads' summer holiday, allowing him to visit some of Europe's most sophisticated holiday hotspots for a fortnight of sightseeing, relaxation and leisure. More accurately, watching football on TV, drinking and fairly aggressive card playing. When I finally left Birmingham to go to London, the other lads kept up the good work. Sadly, they failed to pass on the vital lesson of the third year, which was to go dark for 3 months and cram like hell. Like a modern-day Dick Whittington, he arrived in London to seek his fortune, and he took a room in the flat I shared. It was like a London version of Friends. Except rather than Rachel and Monica next door, we had an obese mother of 3 and an Irish traveller partner who tried to fight us most mornings. Threatened to post dog excrement through our letterbox. But these were happy days.